All right, well, here's another installment of In Search of Mike Kelley, which we're starting at his homestead, his childhood residence where he grew up, and heading up to this time his high school, which was John Glenn up Wayne Road. So let's head in that direction. The sidewalk is kind of obstructed, so I'm gonna take this path. It's kind of sad that it ends there and begins there, like it should be continuous, right? Oh well. So headed east on Palmer from the most famous house in Westland for a few good reasons. Most famous house you never heard of for a few reasons. Mike Kelley's art is kind of heavy on the concept, not always pretty to look at. So I could see where it might be difficult for civic authorities of Westland or Wayne to create some sort of tribute to him or acknowledge him in some official way. So that's what I'm attempting to do, is acknowledge him in some way, whether it be official or not. So Mike attended a parochial grade school, but I can't figure out which one. Could have been St. Mary's. There's a Lutheran school back there on Wayne Road behind me. If it was ever a Catholic school, maybe that was the one he went to. It's not far from where he grew up, that's for sure. So this is a pretty familiar stretch of Wayne Road. Headed north now towards Cherry Hill, where the old Kmart used to be, which has now turned into a big U-Haul depot. Now this place had a smash and grab, the gun shop. Somebody drove a stolen SUV right through the front here. And grabbed a bunch of shit, took off with it. Some of them didn't even have masks, so the security cameras made it pretty easy for them to identify, and from what I understand, they got busted. And I guess what you would call this is, or what some people would call this, is a red, white, and blue assault weapon. You could assault somebody with that weapon. Assault rifle. Oh my God. Well, it's not black in color. It's red, white, and blue, so calm your tits. Something about the black guns that are shaped like that get people all worried, bothered, upset. I've had some work done on my front end at this place at Z Gear, and it was pretty good service, so I can endorse them. And my ex worked here in exchange for chiropractic services. How's it going? Didn't want to distract the guy while he's working. I feel horrible if he got, you know, lost his balance and fell just because I waved at him. This is the VFW Harris Kerr VFW Post 3323, which has numerical significance. The big ass, ridiculously badly disguised 5G tower. Anyway, that was my grandpa's VFW. He used to hang out there and drink. Once he gave up the booze, I'm thinking he probably didn't hang out there as much. Had a particularly negative experience at this Scrub and Bubbles coin laundry, and we'll never patronize them again. Let's swoop around and check them out. Looks like they're doing some renovations. Looks like they've done renovations inside as well. Lashed. So let's pause here at the car wash. And restart the video. Okay, so we're continuing the search for Mike Kelley. The John Glenn connection. North on Wayne Road, from Mike Kelley's homestead to his high school. They tore Leroy's down, and it was a pretty blighted structure. It's probably a good thing. It had terrible graffiti all over it too, like the most unartistic garbage I've ever seen. I could tolerate graffiti if it's artistic, not so much if it looks like crap. I realize that art is subjective, so if you do consider graffiti an art form, then maybe there's a subjectivity that applies to the quality of graffiti art as well. So this is my credit union. My grandma Ruby was part of the group of people who founded it, and I do my banking here. There are all kinds of jokes about Long John Silver's, as if like who even eats there. Now, I have eaten there, or drove through, picked up, not sat down in the place, and it wasn't too bad for, you know, like fish and that kind of thing. Well, let's go off sidewalk a bit. Go through the parking lot of China Star Palace. They have private party rooms in there. Here, let's go around back. A lot of times it's more interesting, to me at least, visually, in seek of things to photograph, to go around the back, the alleys behind places. Now technically it's going to be a rough crossing because there's a pretty high curb on the other side, but let's go for it. This is a little slope, that works. It's another car wash. I just read that they're building a new car wash. I don't know why. I mean, there are lots of cars around here for sure, but do we need so many car washes? And what about marijuana dispensaries? How many marijuana dispensaries does the city need? Holy crap. Just opening left and right. There's one right downtown Wayne, right where, what do you call it? Not a laundromat, but a dry cleaners used to be, right next to old Wayne Hobby, a new dispensary right on the corner, Michigan Avenue and 2nd Street. Your family is worth $1, and don't you forget it. No more than that. Man, real strong smell of weed right here. Makes me think that somebody is growing at this intersection here somewhere. Of course, Wayne Road, Cherry Hill intersection. That's where the old Kmart used to be. Spent fond childhood memories running around the aisles at the Kmart, chasing the blue light. Whoa! Take it easy, sir. People are wanting to get off of Wayne Road because of the road work, I guess. Hiring you rule. I don't get it. You rule. So maybe you can define your own terms of employment, salary, etc. I doubt it. That's a little bit better angle. You rule, motherfucker. We're not worthy, Burger King. This used to be the Blue Roof until it burned. Now they turned it into a gourmet hot dog joint. Who knew that there was such a thing as gourmet hot dogs? I always thought, was under the impression that hot dogs were kind of a low rent, working class kind of cuisine. We're approaching Marquette. So let's see if I've got enough time left on this chapter of the GoPro file to get up to Marquette, where we're going to turn left, head west to John Glenn High School. Here's the historic village. It's interesting. They've had to drag houses from their original places and put them in there, so it's kind of like Greenfield Village in that respect, in that there's history being preserved, but it's taken slightly out of context. But I don't know what else they could do. If a place is going to be demolished and it's got historic value and they can't get the funding to renovate, they keep it there, declare it a historic site, then they're going to have to move it. And here we are at Marquette. I can smell those lilacs, if that is indeed what they are. I'm assuming they are. They smell like lilacs. They look like lilacs. L-A-I-L-A-C. Not like the lie. L-I-E, locks. L-O-C-K-S. All right, we're at Wayne and Marquette. And we're gonna head west to Mike Kelley's high school alma mater, John Glenn High School, named after the astronaut John Glenn. So I wonder, you know, if they name a school after him, he must have visited here at some point or another, right? So I'm curious. I'm going to look that up when I get home to find out if he has actually even visited the school that was named after him. So it's common to see deer in this area, sometimes grazing really close to the sidewalk. They're that docile, domesticated, or whatever you'd want to call it. Must be used to being around people. There's a fair amount of woods over there too. Kind of dense. There's a little pathway here. We should take the pathway for sure. Here, let's turn around. Hopefully it's not too mushy because we have had a lot of rain. Shortcut through the corner to John Glenn. So now, when I was in high school, John Glenn was the rival school, and I wasn't into all that rah-rah school spirit crap, so it didn't bother me much. I did date a girl, if you could call her my first girlfriend, who went to John Glenn. Who possibly watches my videos. Who knows? If you are watching the video, hi, how's it going? revisiting your former high school. Now we're coming out on the side here. I should probably attempt to go around front, as the main introduction to this fine institution. Now, the auditorium here has been renovated. It looks different, I think, than it used to. Although, maybe I'm just saying that because it's kind of hidden by the trees. They do have a little free library here, which I will probably have to peek into and see if there are any messages from Mike in there. We love our JGHS staff. Okay. JGHS. So let's have a peek into the little free library. Because if you'll recall, if you follow my videos, there was a distinct message from Mike from Beyond in that last little free library. So who knows what might be here. More Beverly Cleary. Beezus and Ramona, that's a good one. Golden Arm. Love by any other name. I'll take the back road. Sounds like a, maybe possibly a reading book? I don't know. America Before Columbus. Theodosia. Here's a case for country living, stated by one born, reared, and wedded to city suburban ways. Country living. So I don't know. I don't see any overt Mike references here, Kelley references. Unless it's Sing Down the Moon. Shadows from the Sea. Dangerous Rapture. I'll bet that's a romance by Sue Peters. I'm assuming the rapture that they refer to is not the one, Jesus' second coming. So I'm curious. I'm gonna check this out a little closer and see if there is a reference to Mike in this story. So I would assume this is the main entrance to John Glenn High School. Maybe that's the main entrance. We love our JGHS staff. There is a little free library here. I may or may not peek into that. If you recall, Mike sent a message from the little free library at Stevenson. He was present in a way, in a construed way, from his junior high school. There's some interesting architecture. You know, this round thing that looks like some sort of a, is it the library? I haven't been inside JGHS. But then you have this cool dome-shaped auditorium, and I'm getting good documentation of it here for a reason, because Mike Kelley himself included a scale model of this school, particularly where this is recognizable. This is kind of cool. It's a round building, it's a dome type thing on it. It's too bad it doesn't go all the way around. This door is locked for the safety of our students. That's probably a good idea. Wonder how many people have climbed up there. I'm not going to do it, but I will bet you that students have, and that they're probably not encouraged to do so. Well, let's continue around the corner of the school here. It's nice and quiet. If today is a school day, if school is in session, they've let out. Here, let's take the sidewalks closest to the school. And try not to run over any stray students. And of course, the sidewalk would end. So I'm just gonna go across the sod. Let's see where this takes me. I pay attention to the numerology of these windows and doors. I assume it's a fire escape thing. If you were in an emergency, you would go to certain numbered exits where you could get the heck out. Door number 21. So where's 23, obviously? Because these windows have high numbers. So what about the doors? Would 23 be 26? So I missed 23. 23 must be back here. 23, enigma being theme of some of my photographs. You know, I seem to recall a door number 23 back here, and it looks like they may have done some work on the building and not renumbered it. So that makes it more mysterious. It's pretty sure it's 21, 22, 23, but not numbered now. Just skips right to 26 around the corner here. Now, this is probably going to take me to a dead end. Got a little greenhouse area here, which has some plants and things in there. 29 door 29. Yeah, one of those two doors were 22 and 23 back there, and they just didn't bother to renumber them. But this is a neat little hutch back here. Cafe. They don't call them cafeterias anymore. They call them cafe. Like it's some sort of your own personal junior high Starbucks. Now we do have a 33, which has Freemasonic symbolism. So we should take advantage of this photographic opportunity. So yeah, we are at door number 33. In case of emergency, Freemasonic significance. It's a nice little reverb in this area. And this sidewalk appears to go around, but doesn't. It looks like I may end up having to cut across the sod again. Okay, let's do it. Let's put it into a lower gear here. Make it a little bit easier. Now, if I was taping here, I'd be remiss to not be including footage of the rocket. So let's go in here since the gate is open, and hopefully they won't think I'm some sort of a terrorist or ill-intended person. In light of all the school-related stuff that's been going on. I mean, honestly, it looks less like a rocket to me and more like a missile. So I wonder if it was some kind of a recommissioned thing that they took the shell of and used it for the mascot. And some sort of event. It looks like soccer going on over there. But middle-aged adult men are not supposed to be videotaping students. It gives a wrong impression. So we're bidding farewell to the rocket, or the missile, or whatever the heck you'd want to call that. There's some sort of large bird in the background going in circles around the people down there. One of them must be sick. or the bird is just hungry and it's a predator and it's looking for nice, juicy, healthy, muscular specimen to feast upon. None of that stringy old people meat. Gotta get them while they're young and tender. Be like human veal. Now this is some other municipal property over there. Sometimes the gate is open and I'll just go straight through, but it's not today. This is the pool, apparently. And this is receiving. So this is where they receive things for the school. And only, receiving only, with emphasis. We got the print shop behind a fence here. So I'm thinking they may do some printing for the school district. STEM Center, which is that has something to do with the sciences, right? Science, technology, educational, mechanical, I don't know. STEM. And then we're coming back after having done a kind of a full circle around the school. And I'm going to be taking another circle around the school to take some still photographs, but we'll not be videotaping for those. It's okay to say. To say what? Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.